I worked down the school down along all this time. They closed at Lincoln. I worked down there for years and years. Well, at least 7 anyway. But I never went 10th Street at all. I remember Charlie Brown. I think it must have been Brother Fox. Somebody came a couple of years, and they knocked on the doors on Saturday, and they was giving us a bulletin. So at least I didn't get a bulletin, but I don't even know if I paid any attention to it. I got a bulletin like a couple of years before I even went to Westside. But let's say I had a vision. That's that. Well, the Lord did send me that. I talked to Pastor Thompson about it, and then. But I had this open vision. I got baptized in the Holy Spirit, and the people, they didn't throw me out of the church at the other place, but the Lord just sent me from the other place. That's all. So when the Lord sent me to Westside, I had this vision, and it was. I didn't know it was Westside at the time, but it was this big dome. I mean, the old church, and it was full. The balcony was full of people. See, that Pastor Thompson and I was really clicking in on the balcony. Later on, he started telling about the balcony, but I was telling him I had this vision of the balcony being all full with people. And the first time I went down to visit, I went down there after the Lord had sent me. But I was running. I would still go to the old church on Sunday morning. And on the nighttime, I'd go to Westside. And on Wednesday night, I'd go to Westside. I did that. I went there in August. I went to Westside like August the 20th. So I've been there like 32 years. 1978. 32 years ago. It just passed. But I would be running back and forth and back and forth. So the Lord had told me He wanted me to go to the Westside exclusive, to not run back and forth, see. So I was running back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that's when I got really, really sick. I mean, I already was diagnosed with having multiple sclerosis. And I got an attack of that. That's what a real bad attack. But I did tell Pastor Thompson about that, and when I went in there, the first person I met was Brother Payne. And he was taking me all around by the church. I just stopped in there one day. He was showing me all the church, and I looked, I said, where's the balcony? He said, we don't have that finished up there. He said, but there's a place up there where we can have one. He was showing me, that was when it wasn't even finished. There wasn't nothing up there. There was something up there. I don't know what they done, but I was looking for the balcony, because the first thing I come in, I was looking for the balcony. But when they got ready to build this new church, I thought, I must have got this wrong, because they had the first thing, they had it not doing a balcony thing, but they didn't have no balcony there at all. And I thought, oh Lord, I must have got this wrong. But then they done something and they changed it, and then they did put a place for a balcony in there, which we have now. So I was back on track with the dream.
So you finally told God, okay?
Yeah.
And then you were healed.
The attack I was having went away. 32 years ago, I walked into a legalistic church that told me I had to take my earrings off if I wanted to sing in the choir. I took to the Lord first one thing He told me, and I disobeyed that. There's a reason I know I've been whipped up plenty of times. He said, I'm sending you there, and I don't want you to let anybody change you. I'm going to do the changing. So I said, okay. But I wanted to sing so bad I took my earrings off. And when I come back out of the choir, they told me I could put them back in. That made no more sense than nothing.
So you were on the platform, you couldn't wear the earrings.
That's right.
In the audience, you could.
Yeah. I couldn't sing in the choir with my earrings. I had to take them out. They got Marty Crew to tell me that. See, that's what I said. There's a lot of folks that's in this stuff. They got Marty Crew to tell me that she was over the choir that time when I first. But I kept singing and kept singing. I mean, a little while, I had people with their earrings that pierced their ears and everything. They said I would blame me for all this stuff, but I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I got blamed for a whole bunch of stuff down there because people was piercing ears and everything else. And I was always in trouble. Nobody knew I was in trouble. I didn't even know I was in trouble. I was just being me. I was. I just being me like I was at you. I showed up to a lot of places. You know, like people, relatives didn't like black folks, and I was at that time. I showed up at every place. And I did. But the people, I mean, you know how church things, functions go, and you're invited to weddings and stuff. So people, I even had people say, well, my folks don't like black folks. I was going you there. I thought to myself, well, I won't be there. They didn't like them. I showed up places where you know you weren't supposed to. They didn't want you there. I haven't. I didn't miss nothing. I did not know he showed up with my presents and everything, but they didn't want me there. But I was still there, and then I exited. But I mean, I'd find somebody there that would say something to me because I was running my mouth anyway. That's true. I left, she come back. She come over and see me, but he sit out in the car. He'd be in the house, stayed long as he wanted. He'd be sitting out there. He did, just sit out. He came one time. That's when we first was coming to the church, and he was talking about wasn't no black folks there and all that. Yeah, he told me wasn't no black folks there. He did. That's what he told me. He came in here just one hour. You know how he got here to visit. I don't remember inviting him. But when he came back, and everybody was hugging folks and stuff like that, and she just hugging Sister Thompson and being real friendly with her and all that. They'd been friendly with him, but he wasn't getting no hug. And when I come to him, he was with me. Give me a hug, little lady. He said, give me a hug, little lady. See, he was in the line doing whatever. I mean, Sister Thompson was just getting hugs, and they was loving all on her. And you know how they was talking to him, but wasn't nobody hugging him because he wasn't supposed to hug. He wasn't supposed to be hugging no man. So when he told me to ask me to whisper and ask me, he did ask me to hug him. So he got a hug, and he was hugging on me, and then people started hugging on him. So the women, he was getting hugs then. Yeah, that's what he asked me. That's what he told me, and I thought, oh, Lord, how am I hearing this? Well, Pastor Thompson, he let me sing one Wednesday night, too, but I didn't have my earrings in and whatever. He did. He let me sing one night. But people think I came there because Sister Seidel was there. I didn't, because she wasn't even there when I came there. She was in Alaska. I went with somebody named Sue Etheridge. But Sue Etheridge used to go down. We was in the Bible study together, so they was having a revival. What was that guy name? I knew his name yesterday. But August. After August. Yeah. That's the same night it was the same time that Debbie, Sister Rose Good's daughter, got saved. Debbie. That was when she got saved. That's been long, like I said, 32 years ago. It was 78 reason I know, because reason I remember that because I got healed there too, because he prayed for me. I had surgery, and he prayed for me, and I never had that problem no more to this day. I often pray for me just having a revival there, so I went. You know, they used to have the revivals on Wednesday night on to whatever. It was on a Wednesday night, so I went to revival there. So, I mean, that was, and I kept on going after that. All that stuff went on, and them kids like, that's Lori and all, they'd come down here. That's how the round table got started.
Well, tell me about the Garmon round table.
Well, they would just come and sit around the table, and they'd just talk out stuff, and I'd be over there cooking or whatever I was doing, and I'd just be butting into whatever they're doing, and I mean, in the questions and things they were doing. I mean, just stuff like this, too. I said I stayed in trouble all the time.
the church that had a meeting.